Welcome back to another episode 23 of AthleteCast. Yes, sir, we're back and we're fully working now. And I would like to welcome our guest today.
Roben Cooke.
Yes, sir. And what do you play, Roben?
I play nose guard.
I'm talking about sports.
Oh.
I'm talking about sport, buddy. What sport do you play?
I play football.
Obviously, it is on his shirt right here. You know, twins,
Oh, yeah.
matching. But I would like to start off by asking, how was your day today, man?
It was pretty good.
Pretty good Friday.
Complain now.
I would like to complain about the bullshit-ass weather, but...
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay, so first question. What got you into playing football?
It was a buddy of mine, his dad, actually. So I moved to Cedar Falls in 7th grade, and as soon as I moved there, it was like the end of football season and wrestling started, and my buddy's dad was a PE teacher at the junior high, and he was like, hey, I think you should go out for wrestling. So I went out for wrestling and loved it. He's like, hey, I think you should go out for track that following spring. Went out for track, and then he convinced me that following year in 8th grade to go out for football. And
so bro was just putting you on the sports.
Oh, all of them, yeah.
Bro said, yeah, you're a multiple sport athlete.
Yeah.
What happened to track and wrestling, though, bro?
I kept doing track. I did track all of high school. Wrestling, I stopped after junior high. I just wanted to be able to focus on football.
Okay. So you just fell in love with football as you played it?
Instantly. First practice.
That's what I like. Okay. What made you choose Simpson?
Honestly, it was just kind of like a gut feeling almost. Like I went through the whole recruiting process, and I talked to a lot of other teams within our league, and it just never, the sense of like community and team, like the teammates here, and like I didn't feel that anywhere else. It was just kind of like the people here that really solidified it for me.
Okay, so you're from Cedar Falls, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I had that confused. I thought you were from Cedar Rapids. And I was going to ask you, why didn't you choose Code since you're from Cedar Rapids? But that changes my question. So my bad on that. Okay, next. How has your experience been as a student athlete so far?
I'd say it's been very positive. Definitely different from high school. Both the student and athlete part are amplified to the 10th level. So it's really, finding that adjustment was kind of tough at first, but ever since then, I've loved it.
So what would you say being a student athlete, what's the most difficult part about it?
Just management. I mean, just trying to find a way to fit in. You got practice, you got lift, but you also have 3-4 classes with assignments in each class on top of your own personal life with all of it together. I mean, it's a lot to learn how to balance.
Facts. Okay, so like how did you learn to balance everything out?
I mean, just kind of trial and error. You just kind of see what works for you and how you're able to, give your best to everything while still splitting your time. That's really, you just kind of got to learn as you go.
So basically you just went day by day and adjust into it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so what would be your advice for future student athletes?
I'd say lean on the support systems you got around you. I mean, you got teammates and coaches and your family as well. I mean, especially the upperclassmen, they've been through it before. They know what to do and what the transition's like. So just going to them, trusting the people around you really was kind of a big thing.
Okay. So what would you say your favorite thing is about the team?
I kind of talked about it a little bit before, but the camaraderie of everything. Like going from high school to college, I was worried about having the same connection with my teammates that I did in high school. But from day one, it was instantly like the group that we had, it just clicked. Like especially within the D-line room. I mean, we had a bunch of great guys this year that really made it a good time to be able to phase into this all.
Yeah, for sure. So with the seniors leaving, how do you feel about the D-line now that most of the seniors left and y'all are a young group?
Yeah.
So, do y'all have any seniors in the D-line group?
Just Cam. Cam's the only senior, yeah.
So how do you feel that adjustment is going to be?
I feel like so far it's gone pretty smooth. I mean, obviously we're going to miss that, people-wise we're going to miss them, but also skill-wise. I mean, there's a lot of a lot of talent within those seniors and a lot of things that we're going to miss with them. So just trying to find a way for everybody to find their new roles and guys stepping up where they have to step up. It's just kind of just figuring out. Mihalovic has got us going, so he's always going to have us ready to go.
All right, so do you plan on staying here your full 3 years? Well, the rest of your 3 years?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I like to
absolutely.
hear. So what do you plan on accomplishing in those 3 years?
Football-wise?
Football-wise, just in general.
Just in
It
general.
could be football, academics.
I mean, football-wise, just trying to be the best player that I can be, help the team in whatever way I can. Academically, just trying to get the degree, set myself up for success moving forward in the rest of my life, and trying to really narrow down what I want to do.
Okay, so what are you majoring in?
Physical education.
All right, what you plan on doing with that?
I want to go back home and coach and help out in the weight room as well.
So a PE teacher.
PE teacher.
Yeah, so a PE teacher. But that's good. At least you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
At least you know what you want to do. Got an idea of it. So, okay, playing football comes with a lot of criticism. So, as a player, how do you handle criticism from coaches or teammates?
You just gotta take it with a grain of salt. I mean, you gotta know who it's coming from and what place it's coming from. If it's coming from your coach, then you gotta trust him.
Yeah.
It's it's a tough part of it. You gotta put your ego to the side and listen. If you want to be better, you gotta be able to take that criticism and find a way to implement it and be better. But really, just focusing on what you need to get better on and drowning out the other unnecessary noise.
Okay, like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw this question in there, but what is your favorite memory that you have on this campus so far?
Favorite memory, man. There's been quite a few. I mean, my first sack. That was an awesome experience.
Yeah.
That was something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. Just getting thrown in that game and being able to first play, get to the quarterback was that was special for sure.
It was a big moment for you,
Yeah.
man. I remember that moment.
Yeah.
Mostly because in the meeting rooms, we was going crazy.
Yeah. I think the team was more excited for the sack than
Yeah,
I was.
I think we was more excited for you just to see like a freshman get out there, like one of us getting out there and making a big play.
No,
especially what game was that?
I think it was against Loras.
Yeah, against Loras. So it's a pretty big game.
Yeah.
What was Loras' game look like? Wasn't that homecoming?
No, I think it was just before. It was like week 3, I think.
Okay. I thought it was on homecoming. Okay. So we finna get to the mental health aspect of this question right here. Has being a student athlete took a toll on your mental health?
I mean, yeah, I feel like it kind of has to. I mean, it affects everybody differently, but it's just going back to really what I said before, it's a lot to learn how to manage, and it can get to you sometimes if you're not ready for it and you don't know what you're doing. It just can feel like a wave, going over you. And it's tough sometimes. It is, like, trying to figure out the balances of everything and trying to be your best. And, like, there's times that you feel like you're not being your best, and that's tough to deal with.
No, facts. I had that moment yesterday. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Okay, so what would you say a moment in your athletic career when you had like the struggle with your mental health?
I'd say my junior year of high school was tough. It was my first full year being on varsity, and it was the first time where I wasn't getting full-on starter snaps, and I wasn't playing as much as I was used to playing. And that was it was tough to deal with at first, but you learn how to work through it, and you kind of see a different side of everything, where as opposed to like going out on the field all the time and being whatever you were in the past, like now you're trying to help your teammates, and you're trying to help your teammates prepare the best that you can, and you're just you approach it from a different side, and that was something that, in the moment it sucked, trying to go through, but looking back, I'm very grateful for that to happen to me. It was a humbling and really good learning experience, I think.
Okay. So, what have you learned about yourself so far being a student athlete?
I feel like I'm pretty damn resilient. I think that's been something that's poked up a few times. Yeah, it's you just got to go every day and give it your best, and you gotta, no matter how you're feeling, you gotta go up and you gotta get to weights, you gotta get to practice, you gotta go to class. So you're just fighting through it constantly and just doing your best.
So, what's a moment would you say you was like most resilient?
Most resilient. Man, that's a
Yeah, bro.
That's a big question.
Yeah,
That's a
man.
big
I'm
question.
telling you.
Big question. Most resilient. It really was like, I think preparing to come to college was a big step. I mean, it's scary. Like, it's
for sure.
a huge step. So it was like the whole summer working out and trying to get ready to come here and preparing yourself physically as well as mentally. It was, it's taxing, and you're stressed about outside of football and class. I mean, paying for college and what you're going to do with it, what you want to do with your degree. And like, it just felt like every single day was like some sort of fight that you had to continue to work through. And, it became pretty stressful at times.
Yeah, bro. I thought I was in the best shape of my life until I came here and did the
little conditioning
test.
test.
The conditioning test, bro. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I did all that running and stuff for no reason because I am not in shape.
That was a hell of an introduction to college football.
Oh yes. Okay, so how do you mentally prepare yourself for games, practices, or lifts?
You kind of have to try and prepare similarly. Like, you always hear practice how you play.
Yeah.
But, like, at the same time, that's not super realistic. I mean, you're not going out to every single practice with the same mentality that you're going out to a game with. So it's really just kind of, I like to just kind of almost take a breath sometimes, and you just you have to have faith in the work that you've put in throughout the week. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if you've prepared yourself well, then that will eliminate so much stress and take so much off of your plate already, where you're not having to, think about what plays you're running or what your reads are or anything like that. So really setting yourself up for success early in the week by putting in the mental work as well as the physical work is a huge part for me. And then on game day is just getting yourself to that point where you can flip the switch and go on the field and do what you got to do.
All right. Okay, this gets a lot of people. What do you consider to be your greatest strength as an athlete?
I take a lot of pride in my work ethic. I feel like that's always kind of something that I've identified as a big strength of mine. Just with, I felt like I was always kind of late to getting into football and into athletics in general. So I always felt like I had to put in more work to be able to get to the level that some of the other guys were at, and that was always something that I kind of put a chip on my shoulder almost of like, all right, I haven't been doing this my whole life. I haven't done this or that. So I got to get to this point and I got to, find a way to compete.
I mean, you say you started football in 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
That's typically when people really start playing football.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, unless you were like playing Little League football, but
yeah, Pee Wee and like,
to be honest, that really doesn't teach you nothing.
No.
It doesn't teach you nothing.
No,
Trust, it doesn't. But I feel what you're saying. You got a little late start, I guess. Just coming in 8th grade, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you consider one of your greatest weaknesses as an athlete?
I'm a head case, man. Like, I get in my head so bad after games. I mean, especially in high school, like after a loss, I'd find any way possible to blame it on me and something that I didn't do correctly. Like I would have games even where we'd win and like I'd apologize to my coaches for not having a good game, but they were like, you did fine. Like it was just, being in your head so much and like you want to be perfect. You want to be the best player you can be. And when you fall short of those expectations that you set on yourself, that was always tough for me to deal with. And it still kind of is something I'm still trying to learn how to deal with.
I do it sometimes. I don't believe you can like get rid of it because it's just how your brain wired.
Oh yeah.
So I don't think you can ever get rid of it, but you can. It's ways that you can prevent that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as you're able to just recognize it within yourself, I think that's a big step in it too.
Yeah. Okay, so if you wasn't playing football, what other sport would you be playing?
It would have been wrestling.
Wrestling.
100%. I loved wrestling, and it was a really tough decision to give it up. But I just felt like for me personally, it was kind of, if I wanted to excel in one or the other, then I kind of had to choose. Which, looking back, I mean, maybe I didn't, but that was just kind of how I felt at the time. But I love that sport, man. It's awesome.
So if they gave you a chance to wrestle on the team here, would you take that?
Probably not currently. I mean, I haven't done it since I was in 8th grade. So that's, I mean, not wrestling all throughout high school and then coming in here and doing it would be tough. But, yeah, and honestly, that's probably my biggest regret from high school is not wrestling. Yeah, I if I could do it over again, I probably would do wrestling as well as football.
Okay. So, okay. If somebody else could describe you, how would they describe you?
I mean, I feel like I'm an alright guy. I feel like I'm a decent guy. I mean, I don't know. I just try and like bring positivity and wherever I can with the people around me, and I don't know. I feel like that's a tough question. It's just a tough question, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I would have to ask somebody that.
I mean, all right. Yeah, you're right. That could be a tough question. So, all right, let me reword it. If you could describe yourself, how would you describe yourself?
I think I would want the first thing to be like, you know, my work ethic. I take a lot of pride in that. Being a good person, caring about people has always been a big thing emphasized in my life. You know, looking out for the people around you, and that's all just stuff that I try and live throughout my life with, you know, holding in very high expectations.
Okay, I like that, and I can verify that. Okay, so what's your favorite hype song?
Hype song?
You know, we just at the fun part, the extra questions.
Yeah. It kind of depends on the game. Like if it's a run heavy game, like, you know, you're just getting inside run the whole time, you're getting doubles and whatever. You gotta go some heavy stuff. I like going with Korn, 5 Finger Death Punch. I mean, like, just those heavy metal bands that just get you in that mind space. But if it's a game where, you know, you're gonna be able to be a little bit more loose, get after the passer a little bit, you know, finding those. I love Lil Wayne. Also Rihanna. I mean, "Run This Town" by Rihanna is a phenomenal
classic.
pregame song. So that's It kind of depends on the game a little bit, but that's where I go to for most of it.
All right, what Lil Wayne song you picking?
Lil Wayne song. Oh man. For pregame.
Yeah.
Pregame, gotta go. Dude, something about Mona Lisa. I don't know. Something about Mona Lisa before a game, dude. Just kind of gets it right above it. That was a good one too.
Okay. Well, I think that's all the questions I have for you, Mr. Roben.
Sounds good.
I mean, you know, it's a quick and painless.
No, it was a good time.
Good little 18 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, but I do need more questions for sure, though. I do need that. I'm tired of these.
You need a little update to the question list?
Yeah, I need to update these questions a little more. I thought like 15 would be enough, but like.
I mean, I'm not the greatest talker in the world. Like, that would probably be another thing that people would describe me as. Like, I'm not the most talkative guy.
Yeah, he's not the most talkative person.
So.
But like, you're not the only one. Like, I done had like interviews. I had an interview with Adonis, and that interview was like 15 minutes. So I'm like,
man, a few words.
But like, I have 15 questions. I'd be thinking that's enough, but y'all just be, and I'll be like, dang. I even added in more questions. Like, they come off top of the head. Like,
I just kept getting so excited to get to like the next question. I was like, "Oh, that's a good question. I want to get the next one too." Like, I don't know, like.
I guess, man. But we back. We in full effect again. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on post notifications. Don't forget to share with your friends or even athletes, and probably share this to athletes if you want them on the next pod. Or you can comment down below, ask some more questions. As I was saying, you can add to these little 15 questions I got. Make the little pod longer and more interesting for y'all. But thank y'all for watching. Anything else you would like to say, Mr. Roben, before we end this video?
Nah, just thanks for having me, man. It's a good time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you for coming in as well, man. All right. Peace.